This is your least favorite podcast. My name is Mark, and I am here with all my friends.
Oh shit! It's Steven.
It's Nick. I can't. This.
It's Jake.
You ruined
Yeah,
it.
This is the
Mark ruined that one.
No, I did not. It was awesome.
Yeah.
This is the show where we talk about whatever's on our minds. So, guys, do y'all like my new intro?
Like,
No.
admittedly, I was gonna do that. I'd had it come up. I came up with it before, and then you did your thing. I was like, it's definitely gonna be weird now, but I'm still doing it.
Wait, you're gonna beatbox?
No, just the thing.
Is it because you felt left out, or
Who, me?
yeah?
No, I'm just trying to mix it up. We need like an intro music eventually. So,
So since Nick and
Yeah,
Jake
what,
didn't
since
do
episode
the thing
4?
like we've been doing it, that means I don't have to do it anymore, right?
No, you still have to do it.
Oh, but where's the fun in that? If you guys are just gonna choose when it's,
You have to have a better one. That one sucked.
Why are you
Dude.
telling me I can't choose? I have a right here. Thank you.
I mean, then I'm just asking if
No,
I get out of it, too.
I can do what I want.
So you
Sure,
get to
Steven.
choose,
Hold on.
but
You
I
can
don't
get out
get
of
to
it.
choose.
You can get out of
Yeah.
it for $3,000.
Exactly. Pay up, bitch.
And that's separate $3,000.
Stay golden, pony boy.
That Nick wants.
Yes.
Okay.
And when you pay me that, I also quit the podcast because I'll be rich.
No, this $3,000 is just to split for me.
$3,000 is all I need, and then
Yeah.
everything falls into place. The puzzle pieces align.
I'm just
Everything's
gonna
good.
buy nothing but lotto tickets and hope.
It's only stupid if it doesn't work.
Yeah, see you guys in the Bahamas, pussy.
Jesus.
I'm a millionaire.
What
Genius.
What if it worked though? You'd be pissed.
Yeah, if I gave you $3,000 and you became like a billionaire from it, yeah.
Yeah. You
I mean, I've
could have
heard
had this idea
stories.
yourself.
I've heard of stories of people winning lotteries more than once. I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Well, that's because they cheated for sure.
I mean,
No, I mean, I
technically
think if you
win
won-
the lottery with like $500, you get like one of the minor prizes or whatever.
Technically, you could win it with
No,
$250.
I mean substantial wins. Like I think the first one was like multiple hundreds of thousands or possibly million, and then they won again another substantial amount. And I just feel like that shouldn't be allowed. Like if you win like a little one, nobody cares, but you should have a threshold. Like if you win more than $1 million, you don't get to win lottery money anymore.
That's not fair.
I mean, it's just a
What if they're
personal
just really
thought.
lucky?
I was
It could
gonna
be
say, I
really
mean,
lucky.
Then we should put them in a laboratory and do experiments on them and figure out where they get their luck from. Painful
What's-
experiments. Butt stuff.
Where does that?
I don't need to be lucky, but I'm in.
I don't
I'm
even
in,
care.
yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah, I got really good luck.
I feel like that is winning the lottery.
How did I get so lucky? yeah.
I just think of that South Park where they're trying to figure out what's going on with Butters, and they like hook him to that machine, and it's just got him getting pounded in the background. They're like, "Don't worry, we'll figure out what traumatized your son." And this machine's just like shaking. It's like 10 times as big as him.
Oh, is it?
South Park's the best. I love it.
Got to be at least 10 times or
I'm not caught up, but I
no
love it.
deal.
I mean, it's okay.
It's the best thing ever.
I wouldn't say it's
I
the
got-
best thing ever.
Anyways, I was gonna say I got a new mask. I'm waiting for some more foam heads to come in because real heads are kind of hard to come by.
No, they're not. They're everywhere.
Well, I don't want them leaking on my mask. Is the problem?
Well, I
Like, they're
mean,
not good
you have to phrase
for-
it different. They're not hard to
Yeah.
get.
Foam. I said foam heads.
No, real heads aren't hard to get.
Yeah, but like you don't want to put a mask on a real head. It's just gonna cause it to like rot and
I was like,
discolor.
that's like you're supposed to put masks on real heads.
That's what you're
So
supposed
you
to do
think
with
I
them.
should get the real ones?
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like you said, you don't want
Better
to.
for the environment.
It's quite
Well-
literally.
Like you can do like the shrunken head thing, but I don't feel like they would fit. They're too small to fit over a regular mask, or vice versa. Because they're really tiny, you know, shrunken heads. They're shrunken. It's right there in the name.
You don't say.
I'm
Alright,
just
you
saying
guys-
you're supposed to put masks on, real heads. So,
All right. Well, I need a few. If
Go to
you got
Walmart.
it. I don't want
A wide
heads
selection
from
of them.
Walmart.
Wide
Those are
selection.
gross.
Wide selection of them.
If I'm gonna have a head, I want it to be a nice one. I don't want a
Nice ones
Walmart
at
head.
Walmart. When's the last time you went to
No.
Walmart?
It's been a long time.
Then you
since I've
can't
been
you
to a
can't you
Walmart.
can't say that. You ain't been in a while. You have no say so.
I don't imagine it's changed much, but the people always look the same. They're always just fucking weird. They show up in their pajamas. They're like, it's like the opposite of the old times when people used to get dressed up for something because it was like they'd get dressed up to go to the movies or to church. Walmart's like, we're gonna look as garbage as we can because I don't give a shit about this place. And yes, it's still public, but I just don't care at all.
no, Publix is a different thing.
Yeah, that's a store.
Is that the one? No, Piggly Wiggly's the one they're opening up here. Y'all have some
Oh,
weird
yeah.
ass names for stores.
You're about to too.
They're like, come on
I mean,
down
King-
to the ding-a-ling.
King Supers is a pretty weird name. Like I don't.
Get your buggy right here at Boob Snackles. I don't know.
What's becoming a Piggly Wiggly?
King Supers, Kroger.
So why?
Because Kroger, they're afraid Kroger's going to be a monopoly, so they made Kroger sell out some of their stores, like 200 or something, like 250 of them. Supposedly, it hasn't happened yet. I don't know. They said it's supposed to happen. I don't know if it actually is.
Slap that sign up there, and I still won't go in because I don't shop at them.
So what are they gonna do for the Dollar Generals? Those motherfuckers are everywhere.
Dollar General's
gonna-
not anything to do.
They're going to
with
be
Kroger.
$10 generals now
I'm
because
saying
Yeah,
monopoly
inflation.
wise, if there's fucking a monopoly, that's
No, a
definitely-
monopoly on grocery, and I still don't, because they're like Kroger and Albertsons are like merging, I guess. Which I don't know. There's not that many Albertsons up here,
What the
but
fuck is an Albertson?
exactly.
they're all
So-
just grocery
so-
stores. They
yeah.
don't need a name. They could just call them grocery store number 1. Grocery store. No, like people get all like creative with their name. They don't need that. I don't care. I don't care what the holidays
Have
are
they
called.
ever
I
heard
don't
of
care
like
what the store's called.
Walmart or Target? Like, I feel like there's
Those can be like tier 2 stores. Like they have more things than a tier 1, which is like a grocery store. I just don't care what you call your store or anything. They probably don't have
I
what I'm looking
haven't
for
been to a
anyways.
grocery store in a while. We've got the Walmart like delivery now, and we just use that.
yeah. If I never had to go to a Walmart again, that'd be great.
Some of us
Nah,
don't
I go
have
to
that
late
kind of
night
money.
Walmart.
Mark, okay?
It's only like $8 for a delivery fee.
It's not bad, dude.
It's
That's
not
a guy who
at
wouldn't
all.
pay
It's
$5
actually so
for
awesome.
a game.
Exactly. You don't see me getting my groceries delivered either. I do still go into Walmart and buy stuff. Thank you.
I mean, they kind of do it to themselves. Anytime I go into a store and I'm looking for some, and they're like, "Oh, it's on our website," or "We just don't have it." Like, okay, well then I just don't care no more.
Well,
I
if you're
don't
going
even
to a
care
grocery
try.
store, your groceries won't just be on a website. You're going to stores for product. You're not going to a grocery store.
The
You
issue
just-
I have with those then is when they're like, "Oh, they don't have the thing that you ordered." Like, then go to another store and find it. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, they're like, "I don't know. Do you want this?" Like, no. Do you want some of my fake change? Like, I'm sure you want real money, don't you? So I want my real product that I ordered.
I kind of got lost. What the fuck are you talking about?
I have no idea.
You use the online delivery, yeah, and then they every now and then they'll tell you that the store doesn't have something in stock, and they'll ask you what you want as a substitute. Like, I don't want a substitute. I want that item. Go find it.
That's an option to put. You don't want the substitute.
Yeah, you can definitely
No,
tell them.
but
no.
it's not an option to tell them to go to another store and find
Yeah,
the thing I'm
because
looking
that's not how life works, Steven.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
not like DoorDash. It's like the specific.
Oh, don't get me started on them. The next time somebody goes and drops off food for the whole damn town before they come to my house with my food in their car, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna be meeting them at the door, and it's not gonna be a contact.
Well, now
with
hold on. Wait a
delivery.
minute. You said you don't care about names, but if you didn't care about names, we wouldn't have a DoorDash, so you wouldn't know which one would be shitty. That's why we
You
need
know what's
names.
funny? Like, I don't use DoorDash. Like, specifically, I use Grubhub.
That's right. But if
I'll
we
just
didn't
call
have
it
names,
DoorDashing.
right, then you wouldn't know which one's which. So it's actually important to have names of things.
I don't care what they call themselves. They all
Yeah,
You
like
do
if
know.
you didn't have your name, we didn't know who is like the person of useless information half the time. So
Names are very important.
I don't think so.
A good name will get me into a store. I'm lying though, because I would never go to stores. Fuck stores. You know what I mean? But if I was that guy,
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I've got another tier list ready.
is it names of
It's
people?
not names.
Okay,
The
Not
best names.
never mind. I'm out.
This one, I think this one will be a little bit short. It's a good time to do it. But all right, I know it'll probably have
Piss
a
me
little
off
debate.
like it always does.
Maybe.
Well, I got to keep track of what I talked about before you start these lists because I feel like you just edited them, like as we're talking about something, to just put whatever I said at the bottom. That's
Honestly,
kinda
I don't
what
know why we're friends sometimes.
Damn.
It's why it works, opposites attract. If we
Yeah.
agreed on everything, where would we get? We wouldn't get anywhere.
We wouldn't get anywhere.
It'd be just a waste of time.
All right, so I am ranking
hmm
types of vacations.
What?
So like types of vacations.
I don't go on vacations.
Yeah, but if you did go on vacations,
I'm just out on this one. I think.
I feel like no, not necessarily. I feel like my F tier would be your S tier.
Mhm.
But yeah, so we're doing vacation types of vacations. Are y'all ready?
Ready?
Sure.
All right. So some of these kind of overlap, but I think they're different enough to go from there. So in F tier vacation, I put a staycation. Right? Like taking off work and just
I
staying
don't
at
consider
the
that
house.
a vacation.
It's in the name.
It's just a good time.
Staycation.
No, staycation is like some basic white girl thing that they had to come up with to make themselves feel special. So it's not really like a thing that most people care to call it.
Why it's in
Like,
F
oh, what are
tier.
you doing with your time off? I'm just gonna stay home.
Like
I don't go.
might as well
I'm
be
on
going
a
to work.
vacation. No,
I don't feel
nobody
like
does
that needs to be specifically called something. That's just I'm just
gonna
not
relax
do
at
anything.
home.
It's not a
Yeah,
vacation.
it's not really a vacation.
That's why it's F tier.
Your tier list is wrong already.
I feel like that makes it right.
It's not a type of vacation.
I mean,
it's
it is
not
a
a
thing.
vacation.
It is a
No,
type of
it's not.
vacation. It's
No, it's
appeared
not.
on multiple types of vacation lists.
Nope.
So it's a type of vacation.
You're wrong.
But
Wrong.
it's also the worst. It's F tier. Because who wants to stay in
According
their house?
to Karen
You take
on
time
the
off.
internet,
You want to leave. You want to go
Hmm.
somewhere. You don't want to stay in the house. That sucks. Isn't that right, Nick?
I love my house.
All right,
Uh,
D tier. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Nick. Wait.
I'm just saying. I mean, who doesn't like their house?
I mean, I like my house, but like, if I'm gonna be at the house, I'd rather just go to work and then come home.
I mean, ideally, I would not
no.
work at all, and I would just stay at home. Does that
Mhm.
count as a vacation, or I just don't work? But I still want money. Don't get me wrong. So just give me the money, but I don't want to have to leave ever.
Taking time off just to stay at the house sucks. I'd rather just be at work.
That's where I have all my things and all my stuff is where I know where it is, and I don't have any fucking weirdos in my personal space. It's the best.
D tier vacation. My wife would be very upset with this one. I put the beach, going to the beach, or going to a national park.
The beach is trash. You get burned. You're just exposed on the by the like the sun's just cooking your ass. You got sand in your ass. Like it's just horrible. It's borderline inhumane to send someone to the beach. I don't understand it.
Sand is overrated.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
hate
like-
the beach.
Like, I like the beach fine. Like, I don't mind going to the beach, but like, beach activities suck. Like, parasailing, done that, sucks. Right? You
What?
can go.
Parasailing's super fun.
Parasailing's fucking sucks.
You suck.
What about
You suck.
paragliding?
I feel
what
like that'd
about-
be way more fun.
What about surfing?
Never been surfing. That would be one thing that I would like to try. But like you can rent like jet skis for an hour, and it's like really expensive. And they're like, all right, you can go in between this like, just like back and forth between these two buildings, and that's it.
What about
Somebody
those
It's kind of
water
boring for the
jetpacks?
amount of
They
money
let you rent
put
those.
into it.
I like jet skiing, but I also went parasailing and jet skiing for free, so maybe that was part of it. But
Yeah, for free would be fun. Like free would be fine, but like having to pay like $100 to go parasailing, like no, that's stupid. I'd rather go skydiving.
What about
That's
scuba
actually
diving?
fun.
see, you'll never get me to go skydiving, so that's like parasailing was like the closest to that for me that I'd probably ever do. So
I love
What's the
skydiving.
difference?
you didn't have to jump out of a plane, and you also have a giant rope attached to you.
I could. You could
once
like
the parachute's,
jump out
like,
of a
been
plane
pulled-
attached to a rope at like 50 feet in the air.
like once a parachute's been pulled, it's basically the same thing. Except you can do more. Like they can like still make it like fun, like doing like corkscrews and stuff with the parachute when you're not
see,
attached
man,
to the rope.
I don't know if I could survive that. I'm a little too big
I see.
for
I
that
think
kind
what
of
you're
thing.
missing from in the difference between that and what is it? Jumping out of a plane is the uncertainty of will it open or do I die? Like you don't have that with parasailing.
Oh man, give me the second one.
Like there's that chance that like everything just goes horribly wrong
Yes.
when I pull this cord and
adrenaline.
I get
Yeah.
2 tries and then I die.
Yes. That's the odds I want.
Yeah, and the national parks I think are kind of dumb.
I mean, they're good for camping. We went up into the one.
Camping's dumb.
So this is specifically just going to like a national park for the day, like not camping, specifically just going to a national park, or like a botanical garden too is also like really boring.
Is it? What about the bug gardens?
Yeah, no, I'm also
What
against
about
that.
gardens?
What about there's this garden? So in London they have a garden I really would be interested to see because it's full of poisonous plants and I want to see those. I think I mentioned.
What's up
it
with
before.
you
Was
and
that
poisonous plants?
I think I mentioned it last time, but it's in London. I want to see that. That'd be the one exception. Because you could just like grab a leaf and rub it on someone's face and be like, ha, gotcha.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do that.
Nah, of course not.
So C tier vacations. I put camping in the C tier, because
I
you
thought
can do
wanted
that.
to go camping.
I do want to go camping, but I still don't put it as highly as the other things. And going to the mountains. Put mountains.
Okay. Well, don't worry about it. We won't even bother. You said you wanted to go. Now you don't want to go. I'm confused.
I mean,
wanna
I
go
do wanna
camping
go.
in the mountains. Well, unfortunately, the mountain area we go camping is a national park. So, well, it's just not going to happen because you hate all of that.
So that's
Why
why
are you
I
so
put it
hostile?
above beach and national park, because it's like a little bit better. It's like a better version of it. I guess there's like more of a point than just going and looking. You're going to camp, and then you get the added benefit of going and looking or doing beach activities or whatever.
I mean, I will say for
Uh,
camping, I feel like they get more value when you're like into hunting or some sort of outdoorsy activity that you do in conjunction with camping or fishing.
Yeah.
I don't know, people like that.
I've only
too.
been to the mountains once. It was whenever we went to the hot springs, and that was a lot of fun because the whitewater rafting was really cool. I would definitely do that again. And then also, chilling in the hot springs was really cool. But I would like to one day go skiing and snowboarding. But that's like the only other thing. I can't think of anything else to do when going to the mountains.
rock climbing.
I mean, you just named
Cave diving.
You just named
Nope.
like 6 things.
I named
We're
like
gonna go
3 things.
exploring mines, okay? In
No,
the
we're not doing
mountains.
that. I would never do that.
Why? I would rather do that than going like scuba diving.
Yeah, man,
Or-
water be scary.
I
Like,
like
you just
water.
gotta remember
Water's
where you came in at.
You know what?
you gotta
If I
make
have
sure
to,
you
I
don't
just
slip.
swim up.
You think it's that easy?
If I make
But
it,
it's not.
I don't. If I make it, that's great. If I don't, that's whatever. But like I know if shit goes wrong, I could just swim up. You go
You
into a
think?
mine. If something goes wrong, dude, you don't know if that tunnel leads out or not.
Well, then
Yeah,
that
you do.
means
You just go
weren't
back the
very
way
well
you
prepared.
came.
No,
I'd
like,
be
what,
like-
what if you can't? What if you can't go back the way you came? You have
I'd
to
be
go
You're
like,
full-
fucked. What if you can't go back the way you went scuba diving?
Yeah, that's
And-
like saying the same preparation has to go into scuba diving and it has to go into. So like, if I didn't bring an oxygen tank, I might die. If you didn't like plan how to get out of the mine, which is like step 1, then you will probably die.
Nope.
Like,
If you go, like, I'm not talking about like going in a cave while scuba diving. It's like on like a coral reef. Like you look up, there's the surface of the water. Like up there.
Cave diving, those people are insane. I don't understand that at all.
No, that's stupid. I
There's
don't wanna go
both
in
things
like-
together,
I don't
and
like
no, 100% no.
Don't like caves. All right, B tier. For B tier, I put going abroad or like to a major city. Now this one would be, I guess, a little bit different for y'all growing up in Denver, which would be like a big city. But like going to like Atlanta or going to like St. Louis or something is really cool because you can, like, most of these big cities have zoos, you know, like more niche activities like VR rooms, indoor skydiving, cool putt places, Top Golf. There's like a bunch of activities and restaurants you can choose from. Just going to like a really big city. And then plus, if you do that abroad, you get the added benefit of saying you get to go to another country. Going to like London or something would be really cool. So that's a B-tier vacation.
The cities kind of get overrated. Again, I just don't like people that much. So
Yeah, being in a big city is well overrated.
I mean, living there would be would make you feel that way, I think.
Going there is just...
I mean, even being nearby Denver, like there's a couple things to like go do, and at some point it just becomes like, well, if someone came and they needed something to entertain them, you could drag them down there to that, but I wouldn't like go down there myself.
Yeah, like I was in downtown Portland this last week. No, never again. I won't ever go back down there.
Oh, the thing about it is, like, if you plan out the trip, like you're kind of talking about, like going to Atlanta would be a lot of fun because we found this like really cool like specialty VR place that has like an entire like giant room, and you can do like a Halo thing or like a medieval thing with your friends. There's like this really awesome like putt golf that looks like a fucking neon Tony Hawk Pro Skater level. Like, it looks really cool. Like, it's a really fun thing. You have things like Top Golf. Like, you can't get that in the small city that I'm in, you know?
You need to make those things. Bring them to your small city.
That would be cool.
I don't like traveling, like, when it's a really big trip. Like, it always creates this kind of...
like, you went to New Orleans. You keep talking about how much you like going to New Orleans. That'd be like going to a city.
But, like, going to the places, like, it always... I get really irritated until I'm actually there. Like, the leading up, like, planning it out, getting on the plane, doing all the crap that you have to do. This is
axing all that. Like, I'm not talking about, like, you guys don't like road trips. I like road trips, you know, but they should be like a road trip to a city, and, you know, cutting, like, that part out. Like, either the plane travel or the... Like, once you're there and you're doing it, that's kind of what this is about. I think going to a big city is pretty fun.
Yeah, once you're there, you're doing it. I want to go home. Perfect.
I mean, some of them, like New Orleans was cool. Orlando, just because we went to the resorts, but I don't really give a shit about the city of Orlando. And I don't really have an interest in, like, New York, but it's because those places had something... They were very touristy, whereas New York... I've never heard anything good about New York, so I wouldn't want to see that.
Dude, the Big Apple.
They don't even have a Big Apple there. It's just...
I mean, yeah, but, you know, Big Apple. New York, you know?
Speaking of what you just said, the A tier would be going to a resort.
Yeah.
Going to, like, a specific resort, man. That was...
I'd give you that. Yeah, like, that would be
so
a good
nice.
vacation.
They're designed for that, though.
No, they're not. Awful idea.
Like, they
It's
have
so
all the
nice.
things. I just... I don't have to pay attention to anything. I just show up to wherever I feel like showing up.
Most of the time, you can pay for everything in advance. So you don't have to worry about paying for shit while you're there.
Yep. It's just really nice.
It does have the one downside again, though. People.
No, you could go to a kind of a small, like a intimate resort, and you wouldn't have to deal with people as much.
I did enjoy Universal when they had the little fast passes. Now, we didn't pay for the best one, where we could just get straight to the front of the line, but we got to skip like most of the line. But if I had that one where they pretty much just stop the line and then they send you in the door, they just stop. I would just be like flipping.
That's the one we got, yeah.
Yeah, we got
fucking poor people.
It was so
Speaking
nice.
of that, S tier would be a cruise. Is S tier. Cruises are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then
over a cruise.
Going to a theme or amusement park. Theme parks and amusement parks are just the fucking best. I love roller coasters. Roller coasters are just fucking awesome.
Yeah,
then getting like a turkey leg and funnel cakes. And then
See,
like
I
if you
would-
go to
I would-
Universal, like they have like super awesome restaurants.
It might come as a surprise, but I don't really care for rides.
No, that does not go. That's
Okay,
not
good.
surprise at all.
But yeah, I don't even like they had the Hagrid ride and all that crap. I don't care for that.
It's
I'm just here to
awesome.
see this stuff.
Hagrid
wanna
ride
be-
was awesome. The
I don't want to be
Velocicoaster is
shooking
awesome.
around.
Oh, I'll do rides all day. I would legit do rides all day.
That's what irritated me about the Jurassic Park thing. One, they had a tiny little area of the park dedicated to an IP that's about a fucking island amusement park full of dinosaurs. So like you could have maybe done a little more. Two, the most of the thing is just a roller coaster. Like that's the majority of the structure.
Yeah, and that's like the best roller coaster in the park.
I'd have to stand
Probably the
in
best roller
line.
coaster I've ever been on, personally. Like it's that roller coaster is just awesome.
I don't know about all that.
That
I
was
don't
the
know.
best part of being in band, Nick, was getting to go to like Wild Adventures and Six Flags every year in middle school.
Yeah, the best part of Folgers is waking up.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know.
I'm a little torn on cruise ships though because I wouldn't care to go on one. I mean, it'd be like a resort type of situation. But like if I was on a cruise ship, I'd really be more interested in the mechanics of everything, and they probably don't allow a lot of that. Like
Dude,
I'd be
what
like, I want to
is
go down to
wrong
the
with-
bottom and see everything down underneath. I don't. And then at night I'll go drink at the bar. I don't care.
The thing about the cruise ship was like the moving resort. So you have everything a resort has, right? Everything's like already prepaid for. Food anytime you want it, drinks anytime you want it. They got like shows on the boat. They have activities on the boat, and then you go to a location and do stuff at that location, whether it's the beach or like a city or whatever, and you do stuff there. Like so, it was man. I want to go on another cruise. Cruises
What
are
if you
awesome,
fall
and then
off?
you can get variation of the cruise because like a cruise in the Bahama, you know, or you can go like a cruise out of Alaska and go like see like the Northern Lights and stuff. Like
Will you
I
go
wanna
on a
do
cruise
that,
with
you know.
me to the Arctic?
I would,
No.
Antarctica. Let's go. They
as long
do
as it's
cruise.
a cruise, not an ocean liner. Bullshit, whatever.
Well, I don't think it's like as fancy as like a Carnival cruise ship, but because it has to go. But they do like have activity, like they have you go ice diving and you do all the like
Yeah.
crap that you can do down there on a ship that's kind of designed to withstand being down there.
I mean, it's still like cruise. Like they have like like Carnival cruise ships that go out.
You got to get out
Alaska
though
and
and
stuff.
walk around in the Arctic.
I mean, I would.
He's not talking about Alaska, Mark. He is talking about.
I know what
probably,
he's
We're
talking
talking about the South.
I know
one.
what he's talking about. I would. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking hate the cold, but I mean, if that's our I would go on that cruise and do that activity. I think that'd be.
As far as like bucket list items, that is one of mine. I do want to see the Antarctic at least once because not a lot of people go down there.
I really want to see the Northern Lights, like so bad.
Yeah, we said that in the last.
I want to see that so bad. I didn't get a chance to go to Alaska while I was in the military.
It's
Which is
surprisingly warm in the summer.
Exactly.
And was very cold in the winter. They don't. That is not a joke. Like that's
This
not
would
something they
definitely
just
be a
make up.
summer cruise that we go to the Antarctic. So not.
I mean, give it a few more years and it'll be pretty nice. It'll be like 70 degrees.
Yeah.
Trees growing.
So that was my vacation tier list.
I don't know. I'm still a little disappointed because you said you wanted to go camping and then you just kind of shit
Listen,
all over it.
It's
Hey,
not that
just because
it's-
I would still go to the beach. Like I don't like even if it's my D tier list. A vacation's a vacation. Vacations
I don't know.
are
Last
great.
time I went to the beach, I got stung by jellyfish. So
Yeah, that was hilarious.
what's all this crap floating around out here, and why is nobody else in the water?
That's
And
not true.
They just let you float on out there.
That's not true.
What? Were you at a beach after that?
What was first, Ben's wedding or Gomez's wedding? I think Ben's wedding was first.
That's hard to say. We'll have to do more research. We did end up at the beach in
Maybe.
Puerto Rico. But there weren't very many jellyfish. I didn't see any. Actually.
Maybe not. Actually, I think Ben's wedding was second. So I think you're right.
either way, the jellyfish situation, just like 3 out of 10. We didn't get the ones that kill you, but they are very irritating.
Yeah,
Should
that
have
was
just like
funny as
thrown
fuck.
them at people. Wouldn't that have been fun? Just scoop one up and fling it at someone's head.
We're all out in the water. Next thing you know, Steven's like, "Why is there a Walmart bag in the ocean?" Oh shit, that's
And then
not
it
a
gets
Walmart
itchy.
bag.
They get really itchy.
And then we
Luckily-
look around and nobody else is in the water except for us.
I said, luckily they weren't the bad kind. They were just the
Yeah.
like give you itchy ones, not the paralyze you and kill you ones.
The Man of Wars.
Yeah, they weren't the good ones.
Should have brought one home as a souvenir.
Coulda.
Yeah, and then the one that kill you just slap it on people you don't like.
As I
So
said,
they're not
jellyfish
that
fight-
crazy expensive to go to Antarctica.
all right, you
Well,
lining
Looking
it up.
up cruise.
You
Cruise.
It's
Booking
about
the
it's like
Hey, we talked about group vacations. That could be our first one.
this one's
I'm out.
$9,000 per person.
I'm not sitting on a
$9,000 per person. That's ridiculous.
It's also like a 2 week, or no, it was like a month. It's a
It's
long
like 14.
time.
It's
And
14.
you have to travel down to like the southern tip of South
Argentina.
America
Yeah, you have to go to
and
Argentina
from there.
first.
So it's an expensive trip.
And this is not a very big boat.
No.
There was some
It's-
bigger ones though, like Celebrity Cruises does some stuff down there.
Yeah, that's what I just looked at right now.
I've never heard of them. I want to see the Symphony of the Seas, the new ship that Norwegian made. I think it's Norwegian.
And it depends on where you want to go on Antarctica, because there's like Elephant Island, there's Paradise Bay.
I feel like it's not paradise.
See, because
Yeah,
these are
get
way
there.
cheaper. This one's 14 nights. It's only $11.99 a person.
Like 11,000?
No, like $11.99. Like,
14
okay.
nights. You have to take off 2. Like we'd have to do this in the summer because that would be the only time my wife could get off work.
yeah, it's cheaper actually to go January 20th too. I don't know why they want to go to Antarctica in January, but maybe the
It's cheaper,
seasons
like
are-
anything.
might
Nobody
be
wants
different
to be
in the
there.
seasons.
I mean, it's getting better. Did you see they recently landed a 737 down there? So that's
Yeah.
a big achievement.
$8.99 if you go February 3rd. Must
Hold
be
on, let me-
really, really cold in Antarctica in February.
I mean, how much colder can it get? It's like that. Like you've hit the max, so it's just cold. I don't feel like it ever really would adjust that much. It's either kills you in 30 seconds or kills you in 60 seconds. Take your pick.
30.
I mean, then that's probably the February one. Nick, you're gonna come with, right? I know.
Yeah.
I know you will. I know you say you don't want to, but
First
I feel
off,
like you will.
I don't like ships or water or anything to do.
Who does? Nobody does.
Apparently,
gotta-
if you want to go on a fucking cruise,
You just gotta trust the system. Trust the machine.
no.
Yeah, you go from. Yeah, actually, it's like part of South America too. You get a big trip through like South America.
You
I
get a
don't want that.
huge Trip.
I don't
It's
want to
just-
have to go to South
you
America.
go-
Trying
you
to like
go
find like
Argentina,
specifically-
Chile.
Chile.
Then you go to Antarctica.
Chile.
14
You're
days
in
would be a
Antarctica
lot.
for
I
like
think
4 days.
I bet it
seems
would
like
be
the-
Chile.
this one's $8.99 a person on average. It says, but that's not really what I'm looking for.
All right, so we pretty much established we're all willing to go.
Yeah, you buying?
No, we just gotta work out the details.
Let's say like, oh, you can't do it during the summer months.
You probably there might be like danger with it being warm there of them going down there.
Probably
Like,
the ice
Mhm.
breaking loose. You don't want to get Titanicked.
Says who?
Holy cow, this one's fucking 23 grand.
That's it?
Oh, these are like is this like doing a whole ship?
Rent the whole ship. You can do, or you can organize that stuff. You see that Emo's Not Dead guy? He organized like a whole cruise. Some of the other ones on their smaller ships, you can like, work
Expedition
something out.
cruise? Yeah, I don't want to do an expedition cruise.
Why not? Put you to work.
Fuck that. Not for $26,000.
Like, is there a? We'll have to try. To, like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to play around with this. 'cause-
6,000. Bitch, that's a fucking brand new car. What are you talking about?
That's per guest.
Nah, fuck you.
Or I bring someone like packed in my luggage. 2 for 1 deal.
See, this is 13 days.
That's everything. So that includes private executive transfers, international flights, charter group flights, business class private flights, food and beverages, butler service, shore excursions, expedition gear, business class private flights, hotel, charter. Yeah. That's like a luxury, like from your fucking house to.
It should be like, we're gonna get you acclimated, so no business class. You're right in the cargo hold.
I'll get the whip.
For where you're going, this will be right up your alley.
I'm gonna have to get my wife on this because she's pretty good about finding things. Like this.
Otherwise, if you're interested, I think I mentioned this a bunch of episodes back, but there was this town on the northern tip of Alaska, and it's always like freezing cold there, but you can just take a plane. And all the people, this dude did a documentary, and all the people were like, what the hell are you doing? Like, people don't come here to visit. And he's like, nah, I wanted to see it. And you're like, you're out of your damn mind. But if you like ice, they got you covered. I never understand how people end up in environments like that. Like, you just keep walking, and now it's cold, and let's set up shop here.
Let's see. All right, Alaska. This is gonna be pretty cool. Like, I think this would be.
Oh, it's gonna happen. This is happening. I still think we should do like, I think New Orleans would still be fun because everybody can go drinking, or even if anybody wants to do what was it, the Halloween thing in Orlando? That was fun too. Got a whole year to plan it out. Plus, it's closer for you guys, so win-win.
I mean, it might not be Antarctica, but we can do an Alaska cruise for like $600 a person.
If I'm going to Alaska, I want to be on one of those boats from the show, and I want to see the crabs. I want them to hoist them up and let me have one.
Bet you do want to see some crabs, dude.
What's that show? Crabby people, crabbing in Alaska. I don't know.
It's called The Deadliest Catch, you fuck.
Crabs aren't deadly. Why would they call it that?
Were they crabfish?
The Bering Sea? That's not that bad.
I hate you.
It's exaggerated.
Don't talk to me.
Everything's just, they're just saying that because they got a good thing going and they don't want other people like flooding in.
When you got a good thing going, baby.
That's trust in the machine. You imagine being out there on the deck of one of those and a wave that's like freezing cold just like swipes you off into the dark.
Sounds peaceful.
I mean, after about 30 seconds, it'd probably be peaceful.
All right, you guys. I think that's where we're gonna wrap up this one. We went a little bit over talking about cruises, but maybe the next episode will be from a cruise ship. This has been your least favorite podcast, and we will see you all next time.
Bye.